So, Jonah, can you talk to me about the culture of John Carroll?
Culture of John Carroll. It's a lot like, imagine like the worst high school experience you could think of, and then multiply that by 10, and then submerge it in like water, and then let it get bloated for a couple days, and then that's John Carroll. Yep. No, overall, good experience. Met a lot of great people. There's funny people here, right?
Yeah.
Funny people. This is so awkward.
Listen up, JCU, it's Carroll Code. On this episode of Carroll Code, we talk all things John Carroll University, from traditions to diversity to Jesuits and everything in between. Your 411 on all things trendy here in University Heights. This is Carroll Code. But first, what's it like at our school? We want to know about campus culture.
So the culture of John Carroll, I think, is kind of unique for a school like this. I think our size really factors in how people treat each other. It's almost like a big high school, I think. A lot of people know each other, but you still get to meet some people. I don't know. Overall, I think it's a pretty warm community.
Definitely.
Can I have a definition of campus culture?
I have no idea, that's why.
I know.
I mean, like, the people...
Could be very by the book. I think a lot of people tend to have similar habits, but everyone here at John Carroll is their own type of person, which is something that I love a lot.
Bean boots. What's the other one?
Snapbacks and tattoos.
Sperry's, those, not so much.
Yeah, I have never seen anyone. Juicy Couture velour sweatsuits.
Don't wear that. But yeah, those first three that I started with, that's John Carroll, that's its definition.
Oh, the culture on campus is pretty non-judgmental. For example, we're at Hardy Converse and I have yet to be judged today.
Everybody's pretty nice. We're kind of smiley, which is impressive because it's pretty snowy here all the time.
People do like holding the doors here, which is very nice. People like saying hello to you, even though you don't know them, which I really like because I'm one of those people that I have never met you before, but I'll say hi. Yeah, and then there's a lot of bean boots. There's a lot of Sperry's, chubbies. You know, chubbies come out when the sun comes out. I wish that rhymed, but it didn't.
Boys typically don't wear denim. I don't see boys in jeans very often. I could list you people who don't own denim, which is weird. But also too, the campus culture, I love walking to class and waving to 15 different people while I walk on my way. It's nice, everyone holds the doors for you. You run into professors that you're like, obviously they know who you are and you know who they are, but like you don't really want to say hi to them, then you feel obligated, and then they kind of panic. Another big thing about John Carroll's culture, you'll obviously know everyone without knowing everyone, but you'll walk around, and then if you know someone, but you don't know if they know you, you'll just immediately look down to your phone, and you'll maybe like fake a phone call. It's been done.
We got a lot of different things going on. A lot of people are like, you can be whatever you want here, basically. You got a lot of preppy people, a lot of sporty people, a lot of people who like to do service, a lot of people who are activists for social justice, everything like that. You got Emma.
So I think culture is like a really cool thing here at John Carroll, and it's definitely changing. And I know I'm doing this a lot.
Campus culture is very Jesuit.
So Jaj.
Whether it's an adjective, noun, or verb, we'll use it for just about anything. A term of endearment, act of doing something impressive, or the traditional definition as the proper name for a member of the religious order. Sure, it's what we as a university model ourselves after, but what does it even mean? We're defining the term Jesuit.
Oh, I have no idea. I've gone to a Jesuit school for 8 years. AMDG, men and women for others.
A Jesuit is a man or woman for others, and I'm man for others.
The Jesuit's a big man with a real cool cowboy hat, and he's always bowling. You know, he's always having a real good. He's in the best bowling club in University Heights. That's what I think a Jesuit is.
Steve Henderson's definition of Jesuit, I think, would be anything cool. My neighbor used to say it was the three wise men. He called them Jesuits. He was not well versed in the history. I don't know though. How would I define that?
I don't really know.
Bunch of old white guys.
Steve Henderson is the definition of the term Jesuit. I hope he sees this. Jesuit, I think of it with many different meanings. You could think of it as being a man or woman for and with others. That's kind of like the university's mission statement. You could think of it as a verb or an adjective, like Steve Henderson, Tim Fickey, that's so Jesuit. I've decided to start thinking things are Jej. So instead of Mean Girls, that's so fetch, that's so Jej. Means that you're on your game, on point.
Being a Jesuit to me means that you're very open to service, very open to others, and very open to family as well. It's a almost weirdly open and weirdly welcoming group of people.
Now that we have a better sense of what our university is, what makes JCU so special anyway? Are there certain things that we're known for, or that people look forward to every year? Since we have the basic foundation of our school, let's dig deeper. What makes John Carroll unique? As we talk traditions.
My favorite John Carroll tradition is when people drop things in the caf, everyone starts clapping. Sometimes there's standing ovations, and then that person has to transfer immediately. They can never come back to the caf. I've dropped a cup a couple times, but usually I'm pretty quick to pick it up so it doesn't bounce around too much, and I save myself from social exclusion.
My favorite John Carroll tradition is probably the Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, me and all my friends go and eat turkey and mashed potatoes at John Carroll with everyone. And it's really good because the caf is good for one day of the year.
My favorite John Carroll tradition would have to be the Mountain Union game. It was just amazing. It was like we were a D1 school. Everyone was out, everyone was at the game, everyone was having parties. It was so much fun.
I love intramural sports. I have 7 t-shirts. I'm aiming to get 11, but that most likely won't happen. I have 3 neon shirts, 2 of which I actually earned. No, 1 of which I actually earned, 2 of which I had a broken ankle for. So I take a lot of pride in being on that wall.
I know this is probably so cheesy, but the highlighter party, it really does live up to the hype. Everyone's like, oh, the highlighter party is so much fun, but it's something that was so stupid and so forced upon us that it became funny. That, and I think the dance off for whatever, what's that week called? Orientation week, thank you, yeah. That, when I did the dance off for orientation week, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm coming to school. I'm not, this is ridiculous. And then I still talk about it.
I don't know if this is considered a tradition, but every single basketball game when Coach Moran rips off his tie and suit coat, so it's kind of a basketball season tradition. It happens every single game, so it's fun to watch because you're like, oh, it's 5 minutes in. Is he going to take off the sweatshirt yet, or the sweat coat? What do you call it? Sports coats. Or his tie, what's he going to rip off first and what's going to set him off. So that's probably one of my favorite traditions. The Love Shack on Warrensville. It's a little place where we can get together.
You really just want that in there.
Probably Wednesday nights and Sunday nights because of Murphy Mass and 9 o'clock Mass, because it's just a great way to relax, and after Mass people always just hang out and it's fun.
9 o'clock Mass on Sunday nights. Everyone goes. It's so much fun. You dress up. Who would have thought going to Mass is fun? But then it's just that incentive afterwards when people go to O'Reilly's. So we'll go to a bar after, just hang out, drink. That's a Jesuit thing to do. That's very Jej. Drinking after Mass. Jesuit.
Murphy Mass is great. We have lots of good singers. One good singer, and then Anthony Shepard plays guitar. He's amazing. One thing about one of the singers is sometimes she mispronounces world, and she says world, she doesn't say the R. and it really kind of annoys some of us. But I've grown accustomed to it, so now I just sing along and say world with it, with her. So I just don't use R's anymore at Murphy Mass. Muffy Mass, I guess it is. But I love it. It's my favorite part of the week.
We've asked enough questions and generated far too many responses to define what John Carroll is to this community. Now it's time to find out what this small Jesuit university means to the students that go here. Why do so many people feel fortunate enough to call this place home? We discuss our favorite things about Carroll.
My favorite thing about John Carroll, and the thing I will probably miss the most being someone who's graduating this year, is going to be the people for sure. I don't think you're gonna meet nicer people.
I love it here. I love John Carroll. I love John Carroll. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's awesome.
Being a tour guide is one of the best jobs on campus.
Being a tour guide. So at John Carroll we have tiers. So I'm not sure, I don't know if you know this, but we have tiers of people. So we have, the basic student, which we don't talk to them. Then we have the student who's involved in a couple things, but we don't talk to them either. We just don't talk to them. But then we also have the students who are now in residence life, tour guides, two separate entities. They never come together. Okay, keep that in mind. They never keep together. So now we have the people we don't talk to, we have the res life people, and we have tour guides. Now think of it as a pyramid. Okay, so the pyramid is like this. On the top, naturally, tour guides. Middle, the ones supporting, not tour guides, but just supporting the school, res life, because they literally house the people here. And then the bottom people are the minions or peasants. So being a tour guide is great, because you're always on top.
My favorite thing is just the general attitude that everybody we're all in here for 4 years, and just the idea that, we all have each other, yet we can still kind of laugh with each other. I think there's kind of just this kind of spirit going around that, everybody's here for a reason or two, and, but we're all in it together. High School Musical, but still, I think that's one of my favorite things about John Carroll is just we're all here for 4 years, some 5, victory lap, nothing wrong with that, or that MBA. But I think we're all here for a reason, and it's that we're together. That's the most important.
So I have this really awesome roommate, actually. She's super fun and energetic, and we spend so much time together. College is a place where, you literally do the things that they do in movies. We have Wine Wednesdays and Margarita Mondays and Taco Tuesdays, and 15 people come over all the time, and we have this plethora of friends, and nobody ever does schoolwork. My roommate's awesome. Number one, she makes me pancakes when I'm hungover, and that's really what's important in a friend.
Favorite thing about John Carroll is, let me think. Probably, oh wow. I love the chicken in the cafeteria. I seriously do. I love the chicken in the caf. That's one of my favorite things. I mean, there's a lot of other cool things, but I've been eating the chicken every day since freshman year. I love the chicken.
My favorite thing about John Carroll is I love that you can, if you have a problem in a class, you could easily just go up to a teacher and be like, "What the is your problem, teacher?" I have a D in this class. I've been here 75% of the time. I study a little bit. What the So you can do that, and sometimes they'll help you out. Also, the people here are really cool. There's not a lot of ups here. You go to Ohio State or something, they have so many kids and it's all about partying, blah blah blah. Here it's we have a nice balance of everything, and everybody's pretty down to earth. That's probably my 2 favorite things.
My favorite thing about John Carroll is the people. I know it's corny, but they're the best people in the world. They'll help you with anything, and they'll be there for you no matter what. And they always make you laugh, even on your worst days. When you spill coffee on yourself.
The people, but it's the little things seeing you in the hallways and your smile and waving, or seeing Austin or Emily or Jonah and hey, what's up? And I just I love saying hi to people every day. And then caveat to that, like 10 o'clock masses, I think is somewhere, it's 9 o'clock now, but I think that is my favorite part of John Carroll, just because like we're all there, and like even though I'm not like overly religious, I just think like the whole community thing on a Sunday night, I think that's great. I love it.
Oh my God, my favorite thing about John Carroll is Cabby D. Cabby D.
Cabby D. Oh God, Cabby D. Where do I even begin?
Cabby D. Dave. His name is Dave, in case you didn't know. We're on a first name basis.
Yeah. Do love this place.
I do.
I love my school. Love my school.
We are students. We are service. We are party animals. We are 20-somethings. We are Jesuits. We are men and women for others. We are character. We are tradition. We are intellect. We are outspoken. We are
Jonah Bay,
Mary Ellen Riley,
Emily,
Austin Haynes,
Stephen Alexander,
Bryn Pavlovich,
Jason McGavin,
Ryan,
Sarah Price,
Jane Costco, Katie O'Connell,
Anna Masika,
Joy Nyanga,
Patrick Vasilio.
Patrick Monchar.
Rachel Boyko,
Tori, Iosu,
Kaylee,
Mason Morrow,
Emma McCarthy,
Alex Formosa,
Bridget Dwyer, Emma Schaff,
Rosarita DeMillo,
Frankie Capone,
Tanner Patsko,
and Murphy.
Haley Denzak. We are John Carroll University, and this is our Carroll Code.